1.5. Killed.
Welcome back, guys.
We missed you.
I see some motion. Yeah, I wasn't here last week, so it's nice to be back. I had some commitments I had to do, but I'm here this week. Hopefully, it was good with Custer.
It was. It was like a nice ice cream Tuesday with Custer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a sponsorship with like Custard Company?
Does he?
Well, they did like a collab or something.
Yeah.
Some custard.
Because he was doing Custard Rates Custards or something at one point.
There you go.
Yeah, cold custard, maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
Cold custard.
But how was it? What did you guys talk about?
We talked about a little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah,
Kim?
we did.
What was your highlight of the show, Kim?
He just had something to say pretty much about everything we had, which I appreciated.
He's like a sort of, like deep still water runs deep. That's Cole Custer right there. Like kind of on the surface, you're like, it's Cole Custer. And then he starts talking, you're like, oh man, Cole's got some deep thoughts there. So
Yeah.
We did discuss, the big news from last week, which I want to get your take on it. The fact that, there's some goat that's coming into NASCAR and one of your friends might drive a car for him,
Oh, that news.
That news, yeah.
I was curious what news you were talking about. And, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Jordan and Danny are starting a team together, and Bubba's going to drive for him. I think that's a good combination. So that was really cool to see. It's awesome to have a couple new owners in the sport. So yeah, I think it's a great combination. It's exciting, that's for sure. So
it's the second Tar Heel basketball player in ownership now. Just saying, Brad Daugherty.
Doherty played for Carolina?
They played at the same time. They were there briefly at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they had some run-ins in the NBA when Daugherty was with the Cavs and Jordan was with the Bulls.
Okay.
So, they all
I saw Brad Daugherty. We were both staying at the South Point Saturday night, and they had him at the track on Sunday for the Cup race, like outside of it. And I haven't seen him in a while, and I forgot how massively tall he is. So I was like, oh, yeah, he definitely played basketball.
He's, 7 feet tall?
I don't think he's that tall. He's close, though.
I think he's yeah, because he was a center back at Carolina and for Cleveland. Fun fact. What number he wore for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
23?
Not 23, 43.
Ah, cool.
Tying in the NASCAR. Because he was a NASCAR fan growing up, too. That's if you grew up in North Carolina, you were just surrounded by it. And you almost had to be somewhat of a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I didn't know that. But that's good news. Pretty sweet, if you ask me.
Sweet.
Be interested to see now who goes to the 43.
Mm-hmm.
There's some drivers out there, a lot of them out there, that could be potential.
There's
Time will tell.
A lot of moving parts right now.
Yeah, silly season is upon us.
I'd say silly season is here.
Silly season is kind of like year-round in a sense. Well, when it's a contract year for a bunch of drivers.
Yeah, I feel like this year was a lot of contract years.
You made your announcement like super early.
Early, yeah, we announced that in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, third race of the year, something like that. Yeah, we made it really early, so it's nice to get all that out of the way and not have to deal with all that stuff. So, but I got lucky on that side. But speaking of getting lucky in Las Vegas, I wouldn't say he got lucky, Kurt. He did a good job winning the race, but I guess I just tied in the Vegas.
Yeah.
Thing.
That's what you do. That's what you do with Vegas.
Yeah. I didn't know he never won there in his home track.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought he won there before, so I didn't know that was his first time winning there.
Which I hate the fact that he won his first win there. There's no fans at his hometown track.
Yeah.
Because when the amount of excitement that he had when he got out of the car was just it was a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I think if you win at your home track, for sure. they're gonna be pretty excited,
especially if it's in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it was big for him. He moved on.
Yeah.
Some guys had trouble. What?
Sorry, I had to clear my throat.
I didn't.
I said college.
Oh, the other Bush brother. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have that.
Did you see
That'll
the
happen.
interview? Was it post Bristol where they asked him a question about either like the championship or something? He was like, I don't know, we're not making it past the round of 12.
Yeah, really.
And he had just made it into the round, and he was just like, I don't know, we're not making it to the round of 8.
Well, Vegas was a good shot for him because now, I mean, Talladega and the Roval, they're
Tricky.
interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, especially this weekend, you never know who could have trouble and be way out and have to win the Roval. You never know.
Or Talladega could be a single file race. It's happened there before where there have been no. I think there might have been like one caution at Talladega or something. There have been races at Talladega where nothing happens.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, the playoff race there is interesting because I think it's going to be a lot like the Daytona race, to where it was pretty calm most of that race because there was multiple things going on. There was, guys outside looking in who were wanting to make it to the finish to have a shot to win. And then you had guys who were already locked into the playoffs who wanted to get a good finish to start up front at Darlington. So it was pretty calm until the end of that race. And I feel like Talladega is going to be the same way because you got, the playoff guys that are obviously they're going to be trying to harvest for stage points, but you don't want to get wrecked out early. So I don't think it'll go single file, but I think it'll be not as chaotic as we've seen sometimes.
Well, you could even say that was the case at Vegas. Like the first two stages in Vegas were relatively calm. You had a little bit of action there at the end of stage 2 with Chase and Denny, but then like the closing laps, we had restarts. We had debris that set up restarts, and then it seems like in these playoff races, it's all right. Make it to the end, just have a clean race, and then go. And like Denny at the end of that, like you and Denny were racing there side by side, which let kind of Kurt get out of it. So I mean, Denny's coming back from he dropped back, but almost got back up to Kurt. So like guys are just sending it there at the end.
Yeah, well, he pitted. Yeah, Denny pitted. And got tires and was able to drive up through there, but it was just a cluster because you had like 13 guys 11 or 12 guys that were staying out, and and everyone else did a wave around. So yeah, it was like me, the 11, the 88. I forget who was running Deep Benedetto. Well, he stayed out and caught the break, but we were all like top 3 or 4, and we all got the 88 and the 11. Obviously, were leading the race, and they got caught. But and that was the hard thing because there was so little laps left, you couldn't do nothing. Yeah, there was a lot of people wide open, and there wasn't a lot you could do. I tried to push Matt. Yeah. On the last restart, we didn't really get going as good as Kurt and let him get away. But
still,
one of them days.
One of them days, and a good day for the 21 too. I mean, that second place finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good for the 21. It's a good run for them. So, solid. So, run second there twice this year. So Vegas is good for him.
Some would say that it's not luck for the 21. It's skill, maybe, not luck. That he didn't luck into the 2 second place finishes. The fact that he did that twice, that it's not a fluke. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't call it a fluke.
Yeah.
There is a bit of racing success that is dependent on luck, regardless of how skilled you are. Just in terms of like timing of cautions and there's always a little luck in anything.
I would say you could use the gambling metaphors more at Talladega than you could at Vegas, would be my,
I would agree with that.
If you had a super speedway like Talladega in Vegas, then you could really, do the whole roll the dice, hit the jackpot. There's a whole thing there.
Speaking of hitting the jackpot, I saw this morning where the Chiefs and Ravens played Monday Night Football, and there was a guy who bet like $1,000 that Mahomes would score the first touchdown.
Yeah.
And it paid like $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it. I thought that's a pretty good damn bet right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Yeah.
I feel like Mahomes is a safe bet. Like that is, he's going to get you some points. And
I like Mahomes.
I was hoping that game was going to be a little bit more of a closer game than it was.
Yeah.
I figured it was going to be a blowout it was. It was the Chiefs. I'm calling it right now. I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl again this year.
Think Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Okay.
There's no one even close.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You know, we never talked about last week, did we? Is what's his face thinking that Sir Purr was a bear?
Robbie Anderson.
Players on the Panthers that aren't familiar, and they haven't had practice really because of COVID or like fan fest and stuff.
Yeah. It's like, what's
They don't
that?
know our mascot.
What's that bear doing?
What's that bear doing?
Sir Purr? You call him that? That's his name. It's Sir Purr. It's like that was.
So you just are like, hey, Sir Purr.
Yeah.
So
Who
good.
thought it was a bear?
Robbie Anderson, one of the newer wide receivers for the. There's, I think it's him.
DJ Moore. Who was it that was like answering?
It was him and
questions? I
DJ
was just
Moore.
like-
They were sitting on the bench during the first game, and Sir Purr was up in the stands, and he's like dancing, and Robbie Anderson looks up and is like, "What's that bear doing?" And DJ Moore said, "You mean Sir
DJ
Purr?"
Moore's face is like,
Yeah. So
it was so good.
it was fun. It was fun. There was something that I was going to say. Oh, to the Super Bowl thing. They play New England this Sunday, so not Kansas City plays New England, and I think that could be your matchup for the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be good to see Cam go up against Mahomes and kind of like Andy Reid versus Belichick and see what happens there. Like I'm looking forward to that matchup. I had a buddy, we kind of tailgated a little bit Sunday, and he had on his Patriots Cam Newton jersey.
I do have to say that Cam looks good in Patriots colors. Like he looks pretty sharp in the uniform. Sad.
That's not good. He's been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
And I've been impressed. So they look good, but I still just don't see anyone hanging with the Chiefs.
No, I
really
think if anyone can, it'd be the coaching from New England and then Cam at quarterback there. I think that.
Leave it.
I mean, really, I think anybody at quarterback in New England, not anybody, but top quarterbacks in New England with Belichick coaching can pull off just about anything given the right circumstances. But the level of talent that Mahomes has, and Andy Reid is a great coach too, I think Sunday will be a great battle in that afternoon game, personally.
When do they play?
I think it's the late game, I think. Yeah, they play 4:25.
Oh, we're going to be.
Yeah, you guys will be.
Racing.
Yeah.
Racing.
So.
What time we start Sunday? 2, 3 o'clock?
Well, plus Alabama is Central Time. Well, that part of Alabama is Central Time.
According to the NASCAR app, mobile app, the Yellowwood 500 starts at 2 p.m. on October 4th.
Local or Eastern?
Eastern. If it's on the app, I'm pretty sure it's Eastern. All times are Eastern.
Okay, so it'll be 1 o'clock out there.
Yeah. Which means you might be able to like finish the race and catch the end of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you have one of those clean races and then you just get just a little bit crazy at the end, boom. You know.
Yeah, as long as we don't have all the red flags.
Yeah.
Everything.
After you pull the car back into victory lane, you hop out and be like, guys, I'll do the interviews after the end of this game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll do them in my bus while I watch the game on the TV, on mute, obviously.
You probably could get him to put it on in the media center.
Well,
The media center's not busy lately, so he'd still be able to watch it.
I don't think they go to the media center anymore. Like nobody
Yeah, they
goes.
do.
They do?
Yeah.
I haven't been there.
But they do it like via teleconference, so it's like the winner's up like where they would normally be, but there's just like a TV screen,
Okay.
and they're just like answering questions.
When we won Talladega, I did it in my bus.
For that.
I did it. Like, it was really strange. Got out, victory lane. Woo! Okay, take 1 or 2 photos by the trophy. Cool. And then they're like, all right, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Like, that's my first F-bomb I've dropped in a long time.
I know.
And then they were like, all right, you can walk back to your bus now. And I did some interviews in my bus. That's about it.
Do you think they still give you the option? Like if you said, look, I don't feel comfortable going into the media center. I would prefer to do this from my bus.
Probably.
I've got
sports
really to watch.
Anybody in terms of precautions
True.
during COVID.
True. I
I
had to do, after Bristol, after we didn't make it, there was like one of those things outside the media center. Like you sat down, backdrop, camera in front of you, and you did. It was like a Zoom pretty much. So I wasn't good enough to go into the media center. They put me outside. I wasn't good enough. We didn't make it, so it's understandable.
It's like we're gonna put you in this shed out here, and you do your interviews from the shed. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Go in this porta john right here.
Quarantine to this.
We got it. We got it straight from Coachella, and we didn't drain it.
Oh.
And you can do your Burning Man, and you can do your interview on that.
Yeah.
Light the poo on fire. It's burning turd man. Oh, that's just
turd man.
Yeah, I went for a run the other day, and there was this woman walking down the road, and there was a porta john on the side of the road, and like I just see her walking, and she walked straight into the porta john, and it wasn't like she was a construction worker.
Really had to go.
I still like a random porta john onto the side of the road in Charlotte, like. That's
a hard no for me.
But she was also near like restaurants and businesses, and like there are places that have probably cleaned their restrooms that you go in and buy. Like, you know what? I'm going to buy this soda and use your restroom. Like,
that's true.
Or I'm going to pretend to buy it.
Yeah.
And still use your restroom.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought it would be safer because of COVID. Like less people would have used a porta potty, which I would think. I don't know. But then it's cleaned less.
Yeah. I actually went inside a bar for the first time in a long time last night.
I ate inside at a restaurant recently for the first time in like over 6 months. It was strange.
It was weird. Because it was like the bar that I had gone to a lot. Like it was Sanctuary over in Noda. And
I know that bar.
It's a little dive bar next to Neighborhood Theater. It's a good little spot. They've got a lot of TVs on the wall, so like during football season, you can just sit there and watch all the games. But it was definitely, it was just weird. It was weird. But good. It felt comfortable.
Does your search say uptown, downtown, pound town?
Yeah,
it does.
I was just noticing that too.
Because, keep
That's
pounding.
Awesome. Yeah. That's so funny. Is that an official Carolina Panthers shirt?
No, it's not. Okay. I wish it was, but I've worn it to games.
That's awesome.
They were selling it in like one of those like old lady Hallmark gift shops in Uptown Charlotte. And we were on a lunch break, and we were walking by, and I saw that shirt, and I was like, I have to have this. Like, I have to buy this shirt.
It was an old lady gift shop.
Because it was like...
Yeah.
It was like little cutesy things, and there was nothing like... There weren't a lot of, like, things that say Pound Town. Like, it was more like, here's a throw pillow. Here's blankets. Like, it was very... scrapbooking, I guess, would be a better, like, there were probably a lot of scrapbooked things that you could buy there.
I really wish I knew what shop this was so I could call you out if it was like Girl Tribe.
No, but still, the fact that they were selling this shirt was like, I don't think they knew what they had.
Is it a 704 or whatever that one company is?
Nah, it's not 704. I don't even know who made it. I would look at but I can't see the label from here.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious on it for a second. You leaned back one time. I was like, Pound Town. Please say it says Pound Town under that.
I kind of feel bad sometimes when I wear it out, but then at the same time, I'm like, no, it's just the Panthers. Keep pounding. It's not anything to do with.
I think it's great.
Going to Pound Town.
I don't think you need to apologize. No. I think it's great.
Where you want to go tonight? You want to go uptown? You want to go downtown? Or do you want to go to Pound Town?
Pound Town.
No, I just mean a Panthers game.
Yeah. Just going to the Panthers game.
Yeah.
This is a good transition, and I'm calling it out because, speaking of going to Pound Town, did you see the link that Kim sent out last week about the thousands of used condoms that were found during a police raid?
I have so many questions.
That they were repackaging to sell?
It was in what, Vietnam?
Yes.
And it was like almost 350,000 condoms that were used and had been used, washed, and reshaped.
On a wooden dildo. Yeah.
A, how are they washing them? Like, is it a machine washing them or is it people?
I don't know.
B,
it was 794 pounds of condoms.
B, how do you reshape? What are you using to reshape them?
It said a wooden dildo. A wooden phallus is what it says on the CNN article.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They were boiled in water and dried and reshaped on a wooden phallus before being repackaged and resold.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm all for recycling and like helping save the environment.
There's a couple things you don't need to recycle though.
And maybe you could recycle a condom for something other than a condom, maybe.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't know. I'm reaching here. Here.
Like what?
A water balloon?
Maybe like a water balloon that hopefully doesn't break.
Y'all won't have water balloon fight?
These things won't break. What kind of water balloons are these? Oh, they're Trojan. Oh, good. Good thing they don't break then.
Yeah. It's like the Chargers defense. Bend, but don't break.
Woo.
Like, have you seen the defense or the videos of people who fill big condoms up with water and tie them and then they drop them over their head and it don't break? They just pretty much suffocate them because then their whole head's like.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's pretty hilarious.
I was trying to see if there was any more on this that like.
So what? Did they shut it down or like?
Yeah.
The other question I have is where are these being collected? Like, is it from the porn industry? In which case you would have like 350,000 condoms that were used. Like, where are they? Procuring these used condoms.
One of the articles said detectives say the woman received a weekly consignment of condoms from an unidentified person, and before they were repackaged and reprocessed. So
consigned and condom are two words I don't want to see in the same sentence.
It's the condom consignment shop. Come on down to Betty Sue's Condom Consignments.
Jeez.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe there's a condom shortage in Vietnam. Remember wasn't there going to be a condom shortage because of the pandemic?
There was?
That's what they were talking about. Like at one point during the pandemic, there was like a couple of things that said that there could be a shortage of, and condoms was one of them. Google it.
Do I want? I'm gonna Google it.
Latex.
Condoms. Yeah. Latex shortage because using it for PPE for the gloves.
Exactly.
Not the love glove, but the hand gloves.
It's just, it's the same material. So you gotta.
Did you say it's the same as cereal?
Same material.
Oh, same. I thought you said it's the same as cereal. I was like, what type of cereal are you eating?
Oh, speaking of cereal, totally. General Mills announced that they are going back to retro flavored cereal, and I was not aware they changed the recipe for it was Cocoa Crisps, Trix, Golden Grams, and there was one other one. But back to the recipe they used in the 80s, so it'll taste like it did in the 80s. I don't know what that means, but
I never had 80s style Cocoa Crisps.
Oh, and Cookie Crisp too. Cocoa Puffs and Cookie Crisp.
I just like the fact that on the quad view that I'm looking at right now, you piqued Strickert's interest because you said that and his face just like appeared in the, like, oh, they're bringing back sugary cereals?
It was the Cocoa Puffs are more chocolatey. The Cookie Crisp tastes more like cookie. The Trix are in their 6 like shapes of the fruit like they used to be. I guess they moved away from shaped like a fruit. And then Golden Grams are going to be more a hint of honey, which sounds cool.
Wow. I'll buy them.
Yeah, but who knew that they had changed the recipe?
I haven't really ate that in a while, so I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't had in a long time that I did have a couple days ago. I did have tricks for the first time in years the other day.
For kids.
And it was pretty amazing, and it brought back some great memories.
I did see somebody post something that's like, is either Tricks or like Fruit Loops. They're all the same flavor.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
I swear they're not, though.
Well, it's like someone was telling me, well, like M&Ms. They're obviously the same flavor, but they color them all different. Like,
yeah.
Why do you do that?
You remember when there used to be 2 browns instead of a blue?
No.
The tan? There used to be a brown and a tan.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they did like the color competition? And you could vote on I think it was like pink, purple, or blue. Chuck doesn't remember this.
It's like a Berenstain Bears thing. I don't think it happened.
Be a blue.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or was it not
primary colors?
I think it was not a blue. I think blue was the new color. But it was like tan, so they got rid of the tan one.
Tan and brown,
I don't remember this at all.
Tan.
Like I remember it kind of in like the orangey one for like the Halloween colors. Like was it in that mix?
This was a huge deal, and people voted on which color they wanted to be added. Maybe because I really liked M&Ms as a kid.
Huh.
I've never been an M&Ms person. Didn't get into them.
But if you look up vintage M&Ms, the color combination is totally different. It looks almost like fall because it's tan, brown, red, orange, yellow, green maybe.
I think there's green in there. Maybe I don't know.
Green there.
I feel like.
I keep up with M&M colors and events going on from Kyle Busch's cars. That's how I keep up with there's
crispy M&Ms.
They're crispy.
Skittle.
And then there's the Then there's the
Starburst.
The Valentine's car, all pink. Starburst.
No, they added
I love Starburst.
pretzel.
That's my guilty.
Pretzel, double fudge, M&M, whatever. I'm a traditionalist. I like regular and peanut M&Ms and occasionally peanut butter.
I think, was it the crispy M&Ms they came out with? I thought those were pretty good, actually. They gave me a bag of them at a race where he ran his car. I like them.
Malt balls, kind of, but many.
Yeah. You don't, you bite into them? You don't swallow them whole?
Just throw them down there.
We just wash them down with a glass of water.
Yeah.
Like a pill.
Yeah. I thought that's how you spread it. Then they dissolve.
Yeah. Chocolate pills. Yeah. I swear, I'm telling you, this whole tan thing is freaking me out. I feel like it's one of those Mandela effect things that
actually didn't happen, but people collectively, group think, thought it did.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at pictures of tan M&Ms, so clearly.
Yeah, I remember the tan M&Ms.
I remember the color contest.
It could be that I was a Skittles person, and Skittles Fruit Loops tasted the same as they all taste the same.
That is false. Chuck.
They taste amazing.
Skittles taste different.
They taste very different.
Yeah.
Have your taste buds tested, Chuck.
I might have COVID. I can't taste anymore. I've had COVID for years. I haven't been able to taste difference in sugary things.
Yeah. I have a buddy, distant friend, who had COVID months and months ago. And he told me his taste, I think 2 or 3 months ago, he had COVID. Mm-hmm. And he said his taste buds are just now getting back to normal.
Oof.
That's devastating.
That would be the worst part, I think.
I think so too.
Well, maybe the whole ventilator thing and the but the taste bud, not being able to taste something for that amount of time.
Yeah. Oh. I thought it was wild. I didn't know your taste buds would be messed up for that long.
Yeah, it's your whole olfactory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We don't know enough.
You could just eat really healthy because you could eat just
can't taste anything.
Yeah.
Can't taste anything. Not that healthy stuff isn't delicious, but.
I tried to make tomato pie using.
I love tomato pie.
I tried to use vegan mayonnaise and cheese.
Right.
It tasted like vomit.
Yeah.
I think it was the fact that I didn't use the good brand
Yeah.
like one of the better vegan cheeses.
Yeah.
And the mayonnaise, and I might have gone a little bit too much of the mayonnaise. I think the recipe called for like regular mayonnaise, and if you use too much, like I should have gone sparingly with that. It was not not good. It was a waste of tomatoes.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say something like tomato pie, like something classic, like a tomato pie or like a chicken pot pie, or I feel like you just don't mess with making that vegan.
I love chicken pot pie.
I love that.
Chicken pot pie.
My mom had said, try this. I did it with this, and it tasted really good. I really don't trust her that much when it comes to that now. Like, regular tomato pie, like, amazing. The one that she made growing up, like, amazing. But her vegan version was like, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Not so good.
No.
Why is it that all foods that make you unhealthy and fat taste the best? Isn't that messed up? Isn't that ass backwards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And healthy food tastes worse. That's just ridiculous. I don't understand. Name one healthy thing that tastes better than a non-healthy thing.
I mean,
I do like a lot of healthy foods.
I know. Well, so you're not allowed to answer the question.
But I wouldn't necessarily say they all taste better than junk food, or like not even junk food, like really good, rich, like foods that are probably not good for you.
but like if you eat an apple, like if you eat like a Granny Smith apple, it's a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit tart. Like you got the more of a
crisp.
Yeah. If you eat the apple, or you eat like a whole thing of Skittles that are like sour apple Skittles, after you eat the apple, you still feel better. When it's like if I eat a whole thing of like sugar, like I'm good for a little bit, and then afterwards, like I'm like I feel like a bag of ass.
The after effects are
Yeah, I would agree.
Are on the plus end with healthier stuff, obviously.
Instant gratification versus long term. In one hand, I hold the feather of a chicken, and in the other hand, a shiny gold ingot. Which one will hit the ground first?
I don't know what reference.
The ingot. The ingot will hit. It's a reference that of one of my favorite shows that I can never watch again. So, anyway, we'll move on from Squidbillies. Can't watch Squidbillies anymore.
Got it.
Yep.
Why?
Just give it a Google.
Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Squidbillies. Adult Swim did the right thing by canceling that show. So.
Why did it go too far?
No, the show didn't go too far. One of the actors went too far on social media, and went after Dolly Parton.
Oh yeah, you don't go after Dolly.
You don't go after
Dolly.
Dolly.
After Dolly. What's Dolly ever done to you?
Nothing but
keep great hits.
The president, or at least like the governor of Tennessee.
She should be the president of the world.
Of the world.
I watched Ken Burns' country music documentary, and like I was a fan of Dolly before watching that, but like after watching that, like Dolly is like she told the story of writing "And I Will Always Love You" to Porter Wagner, and the way that she wrote that, I was like, this is amazing. Like she has so much kindness and yeah. Anyway, Dolly Parton.
How old is Dolly Parton nowadays?
80 something.
Yeah, I would say like.
Yeah, I thought she was getting up there.
80.
Yeah, she is, and like she gives out books to kids.
Yeah, she has a literacy program.
She's born in 1946, so that makes her 74 years old.
Yeah.
She's been married.
I'd like to meet her.
You got to meet her, or you want to meet her?
I'd like to meet her.
No, I'd like to meet her too.
Hell yeah.
Dolly.
Hells yeah.
Let's get Dolly Parton on Glass Case of Emotion.
Oh my God! Can we please work on that? That would be we got to figure out a way to do it in person, though.
Yeah. Well, okay. So she's in Tennessee next year. Like, I don't know what the schedule's going to be, but it's getting released here soon for 2021. We don't know when will be, but Nashville Speedway's coming back.
Well, I think though today, the day this podcast comes out, I think it's supposed to be released.
Yeah, there will be interviews on NASCAR.com, and they'll be rolling stuff out. So the schedule will be released. We just don't know what it is to talk about it yet because we taped on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But
I have no idea about the schedule. They haven't told us anything.
They haven't?
Zero. I know nothing.
Because like last week.
Lies? Did you say lies?
I said surprise.
Oh, I thought you said lies.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, they haven't told us nothing. Maybe they told us like a couple things, but not like the schedule as far as like
the dates,
when and where.
And we're going here. We're just not going to tell you when we're going here.
Yeah,
but I'm saying maybe
some changes
around Nashville, depending on when that is, we could line that up and be like, "Hey, Dolly, let's."
That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
we'd love to interview you on our podcast. Can we come to your house? And do it?
And Dollywood. I
want to see Dollywood real bad.
Dollywood.
Yeah,
and we could do it anywhere between the hours of 9 to 5.
Good one, Chuck.
That is a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah. I'm
9
done.
p.m. to 5 a.m. because I'm trying to party with Dolly, son.
It's a Dolly party. Dolly Parton party.
Dolly Parton party.
Party on. Party on.
Parton
Party on. Yeah. It's a reach. It was a reach.
That's a stretch.
If you haven't watched that documentary, though, the Ken Burns one, give it a watch. It's good.
Give it a watch. I'll put it on my list. There was something else on my list of things to watch, too. I don't remember. Ratchet. Do you watch Ratchet?
Like Nurse Ratchet? It's like from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's like the younger version of her, Kristen Paulson, or
Sarah Paulson.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it. I've heard it's good. Yeah.
I've gotten into.
That's next on my list. I'm getting through Schitt's Creek right now.
I watched the marathon of Below Deck. Have you seen Below Deck?
Heard of it, never watched it. I actually had a producer reach out to me from Below Deck. And I didn't know what it was, and I was like, just ignored it. And then I guess I have friends that watched it that were like, what? That they apparently really like the show. I've never watched it though.
Don't want to hop into the reality TV world?
Nope.
No.
The hard no.
It was pretty interesting. I got sucked into it. Got sucked in.
Like quicksand.
Yeah, there was a lot of people about to deckhands on the yacht. Cruise ship. Not cruise ship, but
yacht.
Big old rental yacht.
So
Don't they have to work? Don't they have to work though?
Yeah, they work. Like there's guests that come on and rent the yacht, and then
they get Ratchet on the yacht.
They get Ratchet on the yacht, and then it's about the deckhands that work on it, and there's drama in between them. I haven't watched it since. I watched like 4 episodes because it kept me hooked, and I had nothing else to do. And I haven't watched it since. But
well, I haven't seen it, nor have I mean I think I've heard of it, but I can't do the reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
I can't either. It was just a one-time thing.
Yeah. It was just one time, man. It was college.
It was just one time.
Just trying it out.
It was dark. I've been drinking. I didn't know whose hand it was. I swear to God, I let it go as soon as I found out what it was.
Oh, God.
I thought it was a walking cane. I'm sorry.
I had this dream that I was skiing, and the next thing you know, I walked away.
Next thing I know, something hit me in the face, and I left.
Oh, man, I gotta go. I'll call you later, but I gotta go. Oh, that happened. That happened to you? Not to me, to my college roommate. No, hand to God. We had a party one night, and he went home with one of our neighbors, a female, and I remember coming down the next morning, and he was sitting on the couch with this just like look of,
what did I do?
What happened? Like, because he woke up and like there was another guy in the bed, and like he said he got out and ran. Like, what the? I'll say what?
Oh.
Yeah, hard pass. But then had this just like shell shocked look on his face the next morning.
Oh, so did he like black out? He had no idea what he did.
No, he maintains that nothing happened and he wasn't blacked out. And I believe him, but I do believe that like he woke up and there was somebody that was in the bed that wasn't there when he went to bed.
Wow.
So
yeah, that'll freak you out.
Yeah.
That'll freak you out.
One of them college deals, I mean.
Oh man.
It's college.
Shit happens when you party naked.
I don't have one of them college deals.
I
don't have
mean,
one.
let me ask you this. You've imbibed in alcohol, right? And you've been to parties, right?
So yeah, but not like a college.
You've been to college. like really at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's like
in competition meetings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Combine all of those.
Have you fallen asleep? Have you ever fallen asleep in a competition meeting?
No.
Okay. Have you ever fought to stay awake in a competition meeting?
Yeah.
Same thing. Like
Same thing. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
I failed out of college because I fell asleep in class too much.
Right.
So
Is that a true story?
yeah. I mean, not like multiple classes. I'd go to class and just like fall asleep or not go to class at all.
No.
So you have to show up to be successful and then stay awake. Step 1, show up. Step 2, stay awake.
Yes, I would agree.
Don't you wish it was all online like it is nowadays?
Oh God.
I
I would not want to do online college.
I feel like it'd be worse. It'd be harder to do it.
Yeah, like you would just have so many distractions.
It's going to weed out, though, the people that, like, especially at the college level, that are there.
Just a party?
Or they're just a party, and they're those that are there to, like, take it seriously. Because
True. I didn't think about that.
first go round, I wasn't taking it seriously. Second go round, I took it seriously. There's a big difference.
Right.
So.
Right.
There was one other. There was something that popped up that I had on the thing. Oh, we talked about the Taco Bell. Speaking of partying and speaking of drinking, Taco Bell alcohols.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, well, they are doing a Natty Light Baja Blast.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's
Natty Light Baja Blast. That doesn't. I don't think that tastes good to me.
Sounds like a dumpster.
Have you had their Natter Days stuff? Like the it's not really a seltzer, but it's like a sweeter beer.
I actually have had the Natty Ice, whatever seltzer.
Like a pink lemonade type thing.
It was actually not that bad. And compared, I had a friend that like did a side-by-side between like that and Truly and White Claw and all of them. And the Natty Ice one came up like either at the top or close to the top.
Yeah.
I'm going to withhold judgment on this.
I've had one of them Natter Days, Chuck, that you're talking about, the pink can.
Yep.
It's like a lemonade kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was okay, but I could have like half of one of those.
And that's, I think, where like this is in that Natter Days line of things with the Baja Blast. So I'll withhold judgment. Okay. I may try it.
Yeah, I could try it.
Curiosity killed the Chuck.
Yeah, I could try it. I give it the old 1-2 go.
Yeah, because they like last week they tweeted at Taco Bell and said this is crazy unless, and then Taco Bell replied with Natter Days are for the bell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tricky.
So.
Hey, genius promotions, because if you're drinking beer all day, you're gonna want Taco Bell for dinner.
Just lean into it, you know.
Yeah, just embrace it.
Go big or go.
Like we know what you want. We know where everyone's been. This is what we want you to do, and you're going to do it.
And you're going to drink more of this.
That's right. So pretty good promotion, I think. I'm going to have one.
Using
Are
the
they
social.
selling it at Taco Bell, or is it just like do you have to buy cases of this thing?
I hope it's going to be like. I don't know yet. I haven't.
Taco Bells though serve alcohol.
Right.
Right.
I'm Googling to see if they're selling it anywhere other than like if you can. Like it's just on Twitter. Is this for real? We don't know if it's 100% for real yet. This could just be all. No, it's right. But we don't know when it's coming, where it's going. So.
It's in the early stages.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If 2020 gives us this, then no, it doesn't make up for everything else. It does not, but it doesn't make up for everything else. But it's a nice consolation prize. Like here's your.
Decent.
2020 has been a shit show, so here's some alcohol.
Enjoy.
That's right. So.
Yeah, I did. So the deck's getting closer. We're gonna have this party on the deck here soon.
Yes, we gotta
I was going to ask.
Yeah, the rain in the past couple of weeks has slowed down construction because rain does that. But
rain typically does that.
Yeah, we're almost finished. The electric's in. We just got to hang the light and the fan, and hopefully within the next week or two, we'll be good.
And electricity are probably, not good either. So I want to stay away from those two combinations.
Yeah, there was one day that the lights flickered out because there was a hole in the ceiling that was over the breaker box, and I don't know.
Water dripping on it?
Yeah,
it's not good at all.
Not good. It wasn't good, but the house didn't burn down. We're good to go.
Good.
The breakers did what they're supposed to do.
I mean, a lot of old houses have breaker boxes outside, which is crazy.
That's where mine is.
That's where mine is. I wasn't going to say it, but.
Well, now we know that we can cut the power to Kim's house from the outside.
I was like, I do eventually want to move it indoors.
Yeah, that'll cost you a little bit of money, and that'll be a little pretty penny there.
Yes.
I think this evening will be my first night in my new house.
Ooh.
Hey.
I should be able to get everything out by today, and then it's just a matter of setting everything up in the house. But I think I'm gonna stay there tonight.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's been. I tell you what, moving, you never realize how much junk you have until you
accumulate so much stuff.
Oh my goodness!
You feel like you don't have a lot of stuff. Then once you start packing, you're like, shit.
Like, how do I have so much stuff? And it's just, like you said, it's just little things that just accumulate over the years. Like, I just need a dumpster, big ass dumpster.
Well, that's
that. If you had been there more than a few years, though, think if you had lived in that house for like 10 or 15 years, like how much stuff you would have.
Yeah, I know.
But that's what, like, when you move, that's when you're supposed to. That's one of the.
Get rid of stuff.
Yeah, just like, do I need this? No, go. Like, when I moved, I got rid of a lot of shit. Still have a lot of stuff, but got rid of a lot too. Did you hire movers, or did you, like, you and your dad move everything yourself?
Just me and some buddies. I ain't gonna hire no movers.
Dude,
they're expensive.
I know. I did it though when I moved because just the timing of it. Like, I had, like, it was getting ready to go down to Daytona and like all that, so it was the timing sucked. I don't know if I'll ever go back to moving things on my own.
Yeah, you just watch them.
Like,
so when you do that, do you have to have everything boxed up for them, ready to go? Like, and they just lift the boxes, they'll lift your furniture, they do all that stuff.
Yep.
It depends on the moving company, though.
Yeah.
Some will do everything.
Yeah, you can pay them to box it up.
They just did everything. I'd be like, I don't know that I would be able to relax. I'd be like, oh, careful with that.
Yeah.
We paid them to move the furniture, like the big stuff, and that was just like because there were stairs that I had to deal with and all that. Like paying someone to do that and just sitting back and it's like, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, I've never used the moving company. I just kind of do it myself and buy the guys that help, like pizza and like beer and stuff.
Yeah,
all that. But I'll tell you what was an absolute bitch to move was my gun safe. Ooh. That was a pain. Oh my goodness. I mean, it was. Luckily we had a Dolly that helped us out. But it was 4 guys all we can do to even get the Dolly down. Almost blew tires out on the Dolly. Oof. Trying to move this thing. Yeah.
Jesus. So. You did take the guns out first, right?
Yes, I took everything out.
Like, make sure the safe is at least empty first.
Yeah, it was empty, but it's heavy.
Speaking of gun safes, my uncle came up and visited for the first time in a long time. Like, hadn't seen him in a couple of years. He lives down in Georgia, and he's a retired Army lieutenant colonel. But he is going, like, he's older. So we were talking about some of his old guns and all that, and apparently he's going to give me some of his older guns when such time comes that his worldly possessions are divvied up. But like some old, like 1860s, 1870s military rifles, some Sharps and some Spencers and some cool stuff. Cool. Springfields. So.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. He started doing in his older age cowboy action shooting. So, like, it's...
Like single action stuff?
Yeah. It's like a bunch of old guys that go out and just target shoot using Western era stuff. And they'll wear cowboy hats and holsters and have competitions.
Fun. Pew, pew.
It's where a lot of reenactors go when they age out of like actual reenacting. Is they still dress up in like cowboy clothes and then, just shoot at targets.
Cool.
It's not a bad deal.
No.
Got a good life.
They've got a nice little club down there apparently in Catala, Georgia that they hang out at.
Nice.
Yeah. Middle of nowhere.
Well, speaking of moving.
It's time to move on.
It's time to move on because I have got to get all my stuff in this place by today. I don't have to, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's going to rain, so you want to do it before it rains.
Yes. Well, everything's closed.
Oh, got it.
All enclosed trailers, which is nice. And we took all my vehicles over there yesterday because I knew it was going to rain today. So that part's good.
So next week's episode, we will get the view of the new place. We'll get a tour.
I'll do it inside. Yeah.
Internet's good there.
Yeah.
Internet's good there.
It's pretty good. Well, there's an option to install a line.
Okay.
So that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I just got to call over there. That's another thing I got to do today is call for internet, like set up my DirecTV stuff, like all that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm speaking for the glass holes, but I feel like a lot of the fans will say, thank you, Ryan, for good internet.
For the upgrade.
I know. It only took 3 years.
Hey, better late than never. And I'm looking forward to hearing from what the new house is like. Hopefully it's not haunted.
Don't
Thank
say
you.
that.
I appreciate that.
We're going to end on
Thank
that.
you.
That's how we're going to end. Yeah, like new house,
Thank
new
you.
night in the house by yourself.
Great.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Rate and review.
If I don't show up next week, they got me.
We know why.
It was the ghost of Talladega. Dega. That's what it was. Yeah. We got 5 seconds left. Say something.
Something.
Profound.
Something. Pound down. Bye-bye.